So this is a big deal. This is our first official hot seat campaign launch. And Donna is our very special victim. No.
Lucky recipient.
Lucky recipient. That's much better. Yes, absolutely. So you're going to watch me inside Donna's account. Now, here's what we're doing today. We're going to go get a Redder list, but do all of the automations inside the CRM so that when we import the list of qualified agents from her marketplace, it's automatically going to load them into a campaign and start an entire year's worth of marketing. So this morning, I was freaking out getting ready for this call. This is by far the grandest live demonstration that I have ever done, and lots of opportunities to stub my toes. So please be gracious as we go through this process. But I was working with Ben, and Ben just made this offhanded comment like, "Oh yeah, Chris, we launched this campaign earlier this week, and the first response that we got back was a qualified agent that had done 12 deals in the last 12 months, sent over their entire leads list of all of the leads that they had generated in the last 2 years. And we've loaded those into the CRM and already gotten a qualified lead that wants to submit a mortgage application for that agent. So in less than 7 days, a new qualified referral partner had reached out, had a conversation with the loan officer. The loan officer said, "Hey, can I work your leads for you?" They said yes, sent the list, launched the list, and got a qualified lead from the list for the new real estate referral partner. Results not typical. But that's the power of what we're going to be launching today. And time is of the essence. So here we go. Donna, are you ready? All right. Well, keep in mind, I'm clicking all the buttons. So so we'll call me the pilot and you're the co-pilot. Stop me at any point if anybody has any questions, but mainly Donna, because this is your account and this is your launch. If you have any questions.
Oh, there she is. She was trying to find a way to unmute.
Well, I just don't, I keep my mouth shut. I'm a really good listener.
Awesome. Well, if you have any input, there will be points where I'll be asking you specifically for feedback about what you want. And I'm really looking forward to this. So everybody, let's ride. Welcome to Donna's Loan Officer AI CRM account. So you all know what we're doing with the campaign. We're getting a qualified list of agents, loading it in, and we are going to launch our the Realtor Referral Partner AI explosion. If you are new and you have purchased within the last 45 days, the name of the campaign has been updated, and it is actually called the Qualified Agent Appointment workflow. So there's 2 names floating around. Don't worry, when we get to the workflow, I'll remind you of what they're called. So the first thing that we're going to do when we go to launch this campaign is we're going to create an opportunities pipeline. And the reason why we're going to create this opportunities pipeline is we want to track the results of how many realtor referral relationships we get from this list that we're getting from Redder. So what we do is we go opportunities, and then we go into pipelines up here at the top. We're going to create a new pipeline up here in the top right-hand corner, and we are going to name this. So, Donna, first question, come right up. And what area are we going to be pulling our qualified agent list from today?
It's New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to name this Qualified Agents New York. So Qualified Agents New York. Now, stage name, we're going to do, the first one is going to be a lead.
Okay.
So let's call this lead dash qualified agent. The next stage is going to be a response from that agent. And then we're going to have appointment booked. And then we're actually going to name this conversations, because these responses could be conversations that we're continuing to have over time before we get them to actually book an appointment. So they could be in that response conversations part of the workflow for that period of time. Then we've got appointment booked, and then appointment showed, and then appointment did not show. Then focus 40, because anybody that shows for an appointment that we have a qualified conversation with, like, hey, we want to work with this person, not an ick conversation. You know, if they're ick, see you later. We don't need to follow up with them anyway. And then, so those would all go into your focus 40. And then this would be referral received, EI. There we go.
Remember, Chris, I before E, except after C.
Sounds elementary. I still forget it myself sometimes.
Referral 3. And then referral plus. So these are your first referral, second referral, third referral, referrals plus. They're a partner that has sent you more than 3 deals. And then we'll just call this 1. So you've won that relationship. So these are all of the pipeline stages, Donna, that you're going to be able to work these people through as you're having conversations with them. So basically, we're going to load in a whole bunch of leads, and they're going to go into the lead section of the pipeline. Then you're going to have people that respond.
Hola, Javier, ¿cómo estás?
So we've got responses. Then out of
Todo
those
bien.
responses,
Igual,
Chris, I apologize. I muted you.
boop. Ah, the old all mute, eh? All good. Fantastic. I appreciate you taking care of that. Okay, so we got appointment showed, appointment did not show, which is follow up like, hey, do you want to get an appointment? Do you want to have an appointment? People on your focus 40, which are the appointments that showed up that you had a qualified conversation with, and then your first referral, second, third, and then beyond, just tracking all the referrals that you get from that relationship, and then 1 business, so that you can track how much business you get from those agents. Now, the way that this works, Donna, and for everybody on the call, what you end up doing is when you get this first referral from the qualified agent, you're going to create a new pipeline that is agent name dash referrals. So when you get a contact of somebody who submits a mortgage application, and that person is a referral from, let's say we have Bob, the real estate agent, that pops out from this workflow. As soon as Bob, the realtor, sends the first referral to you, he gets his own pipeline, so you can track all of the customers that come specifically from your referral relationship with Bob. Does that make sense?
Okay, I kind of missed that. So I've set up all of these stage names,
Yes.
and then and then I had the pipeline name. Now, where did we go from there, Chris?
So you're going to get new relationships from the people that are in this list, but we're loading in qualified agents, working them through that pipeline. You're going to have appointments with them, and then they're going to agree to refer you business, like
Yes.
some of them, right?
Yes, yes.
As soon as you reach that point in the relationship of you have a good relationship and you've received your first referral from an agent that comes from this workflow,
Yes.
you're going to create a new pipeline just for that referral partner, so that you're not tracking how many referral partners you got. Now you're tracking how many customers or applications you're getting from that referral relationship that you've won through this campaign. So another way to say that, every referral partner that you win in your business gets a pipeline, so you can track how many referrals you get from every referral partner that you're doing business with. So that's a next step after this campaign. Make sense? Awesome. All right. And great question. So we have now saved our pipeline, and it is Qualified Agents New York. Step 1 complete. Huzzah. Didn't blow anything up yet. We're on the right track. Next up, we are now going to go to our first workflow. So we're going to go automation over here on the left-hand side. If you are multitasking at this point, it is time to come back to the presentation and just focus on me for just 1 second. There's 2 workflows that we're setting up. This first one is going to be called agent data. So you can do a search for agent data up in the search bar up here, and you're going to see agent data version 1. Okay. This is set up for you by your success coach. So when we set up Redder inside your account, this automation is already set up, but we cannot publish the workflows inside your account for you. So you have to go to this workflow, agent data version 1, and up here in the top right-hand corner, it will be in draft mode. You have to toggle this switch from draft to publish. When you go to do that step, it is a good idea to just double check and make sure that everything is working. And for you advanced users out there, I'm going to walk you through what this does. So this is an inbound webhook workflow trigger. If that just went over your head, don't worry. Again, we set all this up for you. You don't really need to know this. Donna, all this is set up in your account for you. You don't have to touch anything. You don't have to know this. You never even have to come back and look at this again. So this is just let it go, like water off a turtle, right?
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
It's Chris Milker. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So on the agent data, so if I'm pulling in lists from, say, from different states, would I have an agent data version 1 for, say, Texas, Colorado, Florida? Would I name them differently so that the agents that go in would be specific to that workflow and specific to that opportunity? So I could I could manually download them from Redder instead of automatically pushing them to the CRM. I could put a tag on for TX for Texas.
Yep.
And then when this webhook comes in, could I have them go directly into that agent data version 1, Texas, Florida, Colorado, and then go into the opportunity that we just discussed so I can keep everything separated?
Yes, but technically you don't even need this workflow, right? The agent data V1, because this workflow is pulling the data from Redder automatically.
Okay.
Because you're downloading the data and uploading the data, you technically what you're doing is you're manually doing this step that we're setting up. So when you're doing your import,
right,
when you're importing the contacts in, you're applying the tag, adding them to the opportunity pipeline, and inserting them into the campaign, all as you import the contacts. So you don't need this step. All you need is the workflow, and then you import into each step. Does that make sense?
It does, but is it for that opportunity, is it better to separate the agents by region, by state? And would I go back to that opportunity and change one of the workflows or one of the tags in there to do it? Because I would have to, essentially, I'd have to have all those agents come in, then I would have to tag them, say, Texas.
That's right.
And then in that opportunity, I would need to identify that those are the people I want to be a part of that opportunity, correct?
That is correct. You've got it. Yeah. So
all right. Sorry, everybody. Didn't mean to go high level on high level.
It's the perfect question. Because every time you import a list from a different market, you want a market-based tag, a market-based opportunities pipeline, and technically a workflow. So you can duplicate all 3 of those things every time you import a new list if you want. Great question, Chris. Okay, so for all of you, this is already all set up, but all this is doing is saying, hey, when we import the list from Redder, which is inside the software, this is all the information that we want to pull in on the contact. Then we want to create a contact. Now check this out. This is how powerful this integration is, because not only are we giving you access to Redder, which is $199 a month. If you go buy it retail, you get it for free. But we've gone through and mapped each of the fields of information, and we pull that in. So first name, last name, email, phone, buyer count, buyer volume, their business name, contact source, seller count, seller volume, loan count, other LOs that they've used, the FHA count, the conventional count, and the VA count. All of that information from Redder is being pulled into the loan officer CRM. So when you click on a contact record inside the CRM, you have all the data just like you have in Redder, but you don't have to go between the two services. Once you import it, all that information sits within the CRM, saves you a ton of time, and makes it so that when you're having a conversation and you get an inbound call or you've booked an appointment with a qualified agent, you click on their contact record inside the CRM, you know whether you're talking to a qualified agent, you know who they might be working with in the marketplace, you know how many deals they've done in the last 12 months. Like, all that information is automatically in the CRM, and all of it is automatically pulled in. So it's going to create a contact, put all that information. Then we are going to click on create or update opportunity. Now, we just created an opportunities pipeline stage for these contacts. So I'm going to select the pipeline, which we called Qualified Agents New York. So when we pull somebody in from Redder, it's automatically going to go into that pipeline that we just created, and we're going to put them into the pipeline stage of lead, qualified agent. So when we do the import, that opportunities pipeline is automatically going to fill up with all of these contacts. And then the opportunity source is qualified partner list. And we don't need to mess with that. I don't believe, Justin, the opportunity source doesn't matter on the actual import, does it?
Not on the actual import.
Perfect. Okay. And then we're going to apply a tag. So the tag that we are going to apply is qualified agent. Singular. So qualified agent. When you click on this tag, you might see qualified agent and qualified agents with an S. You want the one without the S, qualified agent. That is your agent data V1 campaign. So you double check all that, make sure it's set up the way that you want, change it from draft to published, click save. Okay, so we are good to go. We didn't make, so we have saved this, and I'm just going to go from.
I'm so sorry. This is Denise. That went really fast with the creator update opportunity that I missed it all. I was trying, but I was lost.
No problem. Thank you for stopping me. Okay. So we went create or update opportunity in pipeline, and we're going to select the pipeline that we just created in step number 1. So what Donna decided is she's going to import a list from New York. So we created the qualified agents New York pipeline. So that will be whatever you named the pipeline in step number 1. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. And then you customized the pipeline stages. So you're going to click on pipeline stages, and from the drop down, we want all of them to be a lead, because when we import them, we haven't had a conversation with them yet or anything like that. So we're going to select lead in the pipeline stage. And then that's all you need. Just put them into the pipeline in the proper pipeline stage, and you are good to go.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem at all. And then we've got the tag application. Yes.
So that goes back to my question. So should I create another agent data version for my other states?
Yes.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
So we're going to publish this workflow and save this workflow. So workflow is saved, and I just want this to work flawlessly for Donna. So I'm just going to double check, and yes, all my stuff is in there. So we are good to go. Okay, so my agent data campaign or workflow is launched. We're ready to go. Step 2, done. We haven't blown anything up yet. This is great. So next up, we are going to customize our workflow. Roll up your sleeves at this point. because this is where we go to work. Now, we don't have to work in a chicken farm, and we're not out there digging ditches. Okay, we are sitting in nice, comfortable, air-conditioned or heated offices. Look, we have coffee, and we can get more of it if we want. Fresh water. We're just like chilling, clicking some buttons on a screen. So if you look at the yeah, Donna's got her coffee. So even though this is work that you do one time, that's going to automatically set appointments in your calendar for an entire year with the highest quality contacts that exist in your marketplace. So yes, we're about to do something technical. Yes, it's slightly complicated. Yes, 100% it's worth to invest an hour, maybe two, of your time in going through the steps that I'm about to walk you through in order to have a year's worth of opportunities stacked for you on the back end. This is why I originally created the Loan Officer AI CRM. Automatic appointments with qualified real estate agents without you having to chase. One huge caveat. Don't get fooled or into thinking that you can launch this campaign and not make your phone calls on the daily success plan and not attend call stars. Okay? When you make the phone calls, you will at least double, if not triple or quadruple, the number of appointments that you book with the qualified agents by making the calls. Making the calls is what generates the results. What this campaign does is it pulls automatic appointments into your calendar, which is awesome. It gives 6 different offers, which you'll see as I walk you through the content. But it's the automatic machine that has got your back for the week where you get sick, or you need to drop your kids off at college, or you've got that special thing that you just can't miss, right? It still follows up on your agents on that 1 week where you miss your calls. So the consistency is always there, because consistency is one of the greatest factors in converting qualified agents. So once a week, every week for the next year, this campaign is going to follow up with these qualified agents. You, in addition to this campaign going out, are going to be making weekly calls to your qualified agents using the power dialer to book those appointments. The calls create the results. The campaign supports the calls. Are you with me? Okay, we're all about results here, right? There's no fluff.
Chris, I got to jump in, please. So this campaign is going to be an email campaign for 12 months. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And so this is not something that we're going to pull our qualified agents from our redder list.
Yep.
Every month. Let's say that we only get 300. So this month, 300 are going to go in, next month, 300. This is not anything that I'm going to add in any individual agents after the fact. This is almost a cold calling support email. Is that right? Campaign?
That's right. Yeah.
It's then to turn them into warm calls, kind of.
That's right. Yeah. This is to get them to book an appointment with you or reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in booking an appointment with you. And then once you have the appointment with them, you put them in 2 buckets, or one or the other. One is ick. No, thank you. No core alignment, no core, like I don't want to work with that real estate agent. They're qualified, but there's no alignment. And then the other is the Focus 40. Like, yes, I met with them. I'd like to do business with them. They would like to do business with me. And we're following up from time to time, which is how often is from time to time?
Every week.
Every week. We follow up.
So this is, but that part that you're saying right now, that follow up, that's a separate thing as a result of this campaign.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
So this campaign is to get people to raise their hand to book an appointment with you so you can determine whether or not they go into your Focus 40 list or not.
Got it.
Now, that was a very, very valuable question. And I'll dive just one layer deeper on it, because the key to success with qualified agents is consistency, but it's also about marketing to all of them all at the same time, right? Because we can only make so many phone calls. But we want to be marketing to the entire list of qualified agents so that you get more appointments, so that you get more choice on the realtors that you want to work with. So what this campaign does is it makes it so that you're not just focused on a small segment of the qualified agents in your marketplace. You are marketing to all qualified agents in your market. Like you said, Brad, in your subscription, you get 300 qualified agents a month. That means every month you can do 300 agents. So 300 agents month one, 300 agents month two, 300 agents month three, 300 agents month four, right?
Hey, Chris,
Picking
quick
different
question.
pockets and markets that you want to go to. So I'll get to your question in just 1 second. But from a mathematics standpoint, because that's all these funnels are, is it's just math, right? Because you're going to get a certain number of people that open the emails, certain number of people that reply back, certain number of appointments, certain number of referral partners. The math is consistent across every market, across every campaign. So if you think about it, every 4 months, you're loading 1,200 qualified agents into this workflow. That's 3,600 qualified agents in 1 year. That means if you only convert 1% of the agents that you load into this campaign, that's 36 referral partner relationships. Okay. A qualified agent should send you 4 deals a year, right? So if we get 1% conversion and we've got 36 new agents, they each send us 4 deals. That's 144 loans a year in that pipeline. Okay.
Gotta love it.
There's more of them than we can handle. But this allows us to automate having a huge funnel at the top so that you can narrow down the partners that you really align with. So you love working with realtors and the referral relationships that you have, because there's far more of them than there are of you. You are the prize. You get to choose. That's what the campaign is all about. Okay.
Each month that goes by and you add in a new 300, if that's all you load in, the 12-month campaign starts for the next 300 for next month, that 12-month starts with them. So the first 300 are already following the 12-month campaign, and each month that the new 12-month campaign starts, they aren't coming in part way through the campaign.
That's right. Everybody starts at the top. So you're rolling a new 12 months every month. So it stacks basically. So great point, Brad. Okay, we'll go through these questions real quick and then we'll hit the campaigns. Bill.
Yeah. So we say every month. Is it a calendar month or is it like a month from when you sign up?
Great question. It resets on the 1st of the month.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. Credits do not count forward. So it's like use it or lose it, basically.
Hey, hi. Can I ask a question?
After Gladys. Sorry, just 1 second. Or is that
just
Gladys?
real quick? My
Yeah.
question is, if this is pulling from Redder, and I already have pulled mine in, can I just tag them properly to get them to go in?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and in that case, you would just import into the CRM. Awesome, great question, Gladys. And then I'm not sure if that was you twice or if there was another question out there.
No, it was me, Donna, the other Donna.
Oh, sweet. Hi.
Okay. Hi. So we get 300 agents per month, but did you say it starts on the first day of the month or it starts on the day that you sign up? Because I was told it's the day you signed up.
So it is the first day of the month the credits reset on the accounts.
So if I want 300 for July, I need to do it now before the 1st.
Correct.
Because after the 1st, then I'll get my next 300.
That's right. You got it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right on, right on.
Chris, I believe that I have for 2 months imported 300 agents into my loan officer CRM, but I don't think anything has happened. I don't think I finished the onboarding. Is there anything that might be, affecting this, or is there a switch I need to switch?
Yeah, so you've got to, importing them doesn't automatically put them into the campaign. unless you did that agent data V1 campaign that I just showed you. Because basically what that's doing is like it's taking the import and putting them into a campaign. So what you've got to do is get with your account manager so that they can take all of those contacts and move them into a workflow flow for you. So Bill, what we're going to do is whoever your account manager is, so Amy and Justin are here, and Sean, they're going to ping your success coach. Your success coach is going to reach out to you, get on a call with you, and they'll help launch that out for you.
Actually, Bill, you and I have a call, I think just after this, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do right after this, but that's not the question I was asking. I think there was another bill.
Oh, sorry.
about
Who
that.
just asked that question?
Mark.
Mark.
Yes.
Awesome. Mark, we have got you. We're going to move you to the front of the line. And Justin, did you get Mark? You got Mark's last name. You know who this is?
I'm pulling him up now.
Hochberg. Thank you.
We
problem.
got you. Man, I love this call. All right, but we got to keep moving. So Jimmy first and then Bill.
Yes, quick question on agent data V1. There's the create the opportunity in the pipeline stage. Do you update that to be a lead qualified agent?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep. Great question. And my brother Bill.
So mine is more of a process question. So let's say, and I've done 1 month of 300s. Let's fast forward 5 months from now, and I want to get a new list. Is the system smart enough to say, you've already got John Smith already in there, let's not add him the next time? Because there's going to be some people that, at least locally, you couldn't pay me enough to work with these people. So I have them as, I've been doing this way too long, and I know. But as I start branching out a little bit to further towns, I may find out the same thing, or someone's like, leave me alone. I call them, they hang up and they're rude. I'm like, all right, you're off the list. I'm not going to remember that person 5, 6 months from now. Will this system, as I try to download them, go, no, you've already said no? Or will it count toward my 300 anyways and just not do anything with it?
So it will count towards the one of the 300 that pulls out of Redder, because we can't control that system. But as soon as it starts to import them into the CRM, there's a toggle inside the workflow that says don't add duplicate contacts, and by default that's on. And so it will see that it's a duplicate contact and not do anything with it, because that contact is already on the in the system. You've already marked them as do not disturb or whatever it is, but there won't be any additional automations run to a contact that's already on the system.
And Bill, when you're importing from Redder, it'll actually show you the last export date. So if you want to exclude, the people that you imported, say, 30 days ago or 60 days ago, on the right side of the column on Redder, it's got the export date. So you could exclude those if you're looking for fresh data to pull in. So you can exclude them that way as well.
Okay, yeah, because I have the list that I got from Richard Smith that I had a VA calling. Now with this, I've kind of balanced out my expenses, let's say, replace her with this, but I'm going through the list of the 1,500 names that she's already contacted to say, nope. And I just want to make sure that, again, 5 months from now, I don't remember. So, okay.
Yeah. So the first time you import them in, they're going to come in.
All right. Hey, thanks, Chris. Chris,
If
thanks.
you're using a Richard Smith list and then you're going to come in from Redder, there's no way that Redder is going to be going to have that intelligence to do that. So you're going to pull them in the first time. So if you went to pull them in, say, a second time, it's going to show that you exported those dates, let's say July 26, 2024.
Yeah. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm actually manually going through each name, so I don't have to bring in 800 names that I've already narrowed it down to. So I'm taking the time right now to say, no, this is someone I don't want. And then as I see their name, I'll mark them as no or whatever.
That's awesome. And so if you're doing that, outside of the CRM, what you can do is keep them in a separate list. import that list, but what you're doing is you're actually put a do not disturb tag on all these contacts.
Right.
So they'll be in the system, so you won't be able to import over top of them, but they're all marked as do not disturb. So no emails or no automations will ever run on those contacts. So you're basically like putting in a naughty list for lack of a better phrase.
Well, and that's kind of the way it is. I just don't want it. There's nothing that I can do or want to do to reach out to these people.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Final question, and then we'll keep running. But what we'll do is we'll hang out at the end of class, and I'll hang out and do Q&A for as long as y'all would like. So James, wrap us out with the Q of the A here.
You bet. The question I have is I've asked before, and I talked to Cole a couple of times, and the problem I have in Maricopa County is we've got 700 people that we want, right, that fall into the category that we would like to get, but you get 300 and you don't know where those are, right? So you're going to get the next 300. Like, no, I'm trying to get to the 700, and Cole kind of said that he had a way is going to try and help me a little bit. There's no perfection apparently, but if somebody could get back to me, that'd be wonderful. Got it. So what I would do, I would just keep them all on the same list. And I would import the first 300 into the list, the next 300 into the list, and then the next 100 the next month. And I would just have a list of that county, and I would just consider them all lumped into the same list. I wouldn't worry about breaking them out. Well, I agree, but I would have to go. I guess I got to go in one by one on the ones that I have and not take them. Is that the only way I would know that I'm not getting all the duplicates? Is that the only way? Well, when you import, it won't duplicate contacts inside the CRM when they import. It'll use a credit inside Redder, but it's not like you're going to end up with 3 of the same Bob inside the CRM, because the CRM is smart enough to say, hey, Bob's already in here, don't import him again. I kind of think what I'll have is 300 new. If I try to get 300, I'll get just 100 new ones maybe. Yeah, and that's great. As long as you're making your calls and they're in a workflow, you're good to go. Okay. All right. So, awesome. Okay. I Cole again. He had an idea. All right, Donna, are you with me? All right, let me move you back to the front of the screen. Okay, so we're officially on step number 3, which is to create the workflow that is going to reach out to all these qualified agents. So it is called the Realtor Referral Partner AI Explosion, bracket 12 months. The Realtor Referral Partner AI Explosion, 12 months. Again, if you have joined us in the last 45 days, we love y'all. Well, we love all y'all. But if you've joined us in the last 45 days, that is called the Qualified Agent Appointment 12-month. Qualified Agent Appointments. One or the other of those names. So we're going to click on this workflow, and this is going to open up the magic of AI and the future of the mortgage industry. There is nothing else like this in the industry, and I would love to take credit for it, but I was actually a very small piece of an incredible team of people. Amy and Justin and Sean, and we've heard a lot of great names on this call. Cole, the whole team comes together to build these, and these are just life-changing. So the first thing that's going to happen at the top is we have this trigger. So you'll remember when we did the import in the agent data V1, we were applying a contact tag to the leads when they came in from Redder. So that contact tag is qualified agent. So this tag matches the tag that they get when they're imported. So what that means is that when that person is imported with the qualified agent tag, it's automatically going to move them into this workflow. So as soon as we import people from Redder, they're automatically going to get dropped into this campaign. So you make sure you've got a contact tag trigger, contact tag, tag added, qualified agent. Okay, Donna, this is all set up for you. Don't need to worry about anything. Go down to the bottom here, click on Save Trigger if it's not already saved.
Assign to user, click on this step, assign it to the user that you want working the contacts. Because this is you reaching out to qualified agents, you want to assign these leads to yourself. So you're going to click on assign to user, and they are going to get assigned to you. Now we're going to go through all of the email messages. The email messages and the scripts that are inside this campaign are incredibly powerful. What we did was we took 6 individual campaigns that we've used to book appointments with qualified agents, and we stacked them all on top of each other. So instead of individual launches that we had done successfully in the past, we strung them all together. So the 6 most powerful offers that we've ever given to qualified agents happen automatically. And because there's 6 offers, we did them 6 months in a row, and then it repeats. So it's a full year, 12 offers, 6 offers, 2 times. Okay. So this is the first offer. It's called the irresistible offer. And so it's got your name on it, Donna, from your email that's in the system. The subject line is pre-approved buyer. The message says, hello, contact first name. My name is, and Donna, this is automatically going to put your name in here. I'm reaching out today to see if you have the bandwidth to take on more pre-approved buyers in your real estate business. My mortgage business grows by me helping my real estate partners attract and close more business. Our most popular and successful strategy is taking your old real estate leads, turning them into pre-approved buyers, and then referring them back to you. The leads can be from any source, including Google, Zillow, RealGeeks, Boomtown, etc. My team of lead conversion specialists work your leads, turn them into pre-approvals, and refer them back to you for free. I'm going to get rid of the S there. Refer them back to you for free. Again, it's important that you read the emails, double check them, make sure they fit with your brand. This is a 100% free service. The reason why we have that in there is because we watch all the responses that come in, not all of them, but most of them. And a lot of agents, the first thing they would respond back is, how much does it cost, right? Which is amazing because the value of the offer is, oh, this is so good, I'm going to have to pay for it. How much is it? So we put in the email template, it's 100% free. When we close deals together, very powerful pre-framing, that is how I am paid. We also have the ability to help you get more referrals and close deals from your past clients, as well as generate both buyers and sellers from ads on Google. If you'd like to have a brief introductory call to get the details on how I can help your business grow, simply reply to this email or give me a call at, and then your phone number goes in here. You can also click this link to find a time that works best for you, and then your calendar link from your account is automatically inserted into the workflow. Sincerely, user email signature. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this user calendar link and I'm going to change this, and I'm going to say click here, and then I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to create a hyperlink. I'm going to add a link, and I'm going to do tag, and this is going to be boop, calendar link, and we're going to open that in a new window. Save that. So now if they click where it says click here.
Hi, this is Chris.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I mean,
Oh, thanks.
it was a phone
All right,
call.
cool. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to save that action there. I'm actually going to.
Now, when you just saved that, you just saved that in Donna's account, right?
That is in Donna's
so
account.
You didn't save it you didn't save it globally. We're going to have to make those corrections ourselves.
That is correct.
Okay, got it.
Yep. Great clarifying question. All right. So then we click on our wait step, and we're waiting for the contact to reply to email number 1, the irresistible offer, and then the timeout is set for 6 days. So this is going to sit and wait for 6 days. And it says, did the lead reply, yes or no? Okay, so the email goes out and it's waiting for a reply. So if the lead doesn't reply, it waits a week and then it sends the next message in the sequence. But if they do reply, they go into the AI prompt. So when you're editing this, you're going to go down the AI prompt, click on the AI prompt, read this prompt. It will teach you about artificial intelligence. But what happens is when the real estate agent responds to the email, we take their response and we send it to ChatGPT with this prompt. So it says, you're responding to this message from a real estate agent. And that is the message that the real estate agent has responded back with. You're a customer service expert who uses the principles of the Dale Carnegie training, customer service skills. The brand voice and tone is friendly, professional, concise, and respectful. Those 4 specific prompts in AI took us a very long time to figure out how to get the AI to speak like a mortgage professional and not a lawyer, and to speak like a mortgage professional and not a teenager, right? There's this like very difficult to find mix with artificial intelligence to get it to sound professional but friendly. Those 4, friendly, professional, concise, and respectful, we find the combination of those just kind of like hit the mark with how the AI responds. Our customer service protocol is to direct people to call our phone number or book an appointment directly through our link to the booking link if they need help. If they just have questions or are simply keeping in touch, we are courteous. You're responding to messages that are coming in from real estate partners that we have in our database. We've reached out to them, see if they have the bandwidth to take on more pre-approved buyers in the real estate business and build a business partnership. We are a mortgage company in the location, city, name. And your goal is to provide a friendly, warm, brief response. Through your responses, we want to book an appointment and help them using this booking link. And then your booking link is in there. And then please provide a response with clear paragraph breaks. Ensure the response starts with contact first name. So they address them by first name when it comes back. So that's going to go out to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is going to write a response to whatever the real estate agent has said. That's going to then send you an internal notification inside the system. So I've now moved down 1 step to the internal notification step. Internal notification, so you're going to get an email. And again, you can change this to a text message if you want, or you can have both. The way that we have the system set up is if they respond via email, you get an email. There's no power dialer yet inside this system, but if you add them to the power dialer and they text the power dialer number, you will get a notification via text, and it's like, hey, this is what they texted. This is what I'm going to say. If you click yes, it sends a text message back rather than an email. So if they reach out to you via email, it's an email. If they reach out to you via text, it's a text. The system, we have built it to be smart enough to be able to respond to the person based on the communication channel that they've reached out to. Make sense? All right. So Donna, when one of your qualified agents responds inside the system, you're going to get this email. And it's going to say, hi, Donna, your realtor referral partner bot is working hard automating your business for you and just got this response from your database. And I'm going to change that to say qualified realtor. Okay, so you know it's a qualified agent from your list. This is what your qualified agent said.
Now, Chris, I have a question. Does that go into the app for Loan Officer CRM? Because I'm having issues with that and Justin knows about issues with Instagram. Like I'm getting everything coming in from Instagram, like everything.
No.
So it's just, okay.
Yeah. And that's the way that the integration automation is just set by default. And we're trying to figure out whether we can customize it.
Currently, I have that integration turned off for you now. So you shouldn't receive any messages through that integration as we talked about. If you do see any, please let me know. But I think have you had any since yesterday?
Yeah. Since yesterday now.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it should be
okay.
It should be good as of yesterday.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. But these will be
This
emails.
goes back to email?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah. So you should see these. They're just like regular emails that come in. And then
Fantastic.
it says, so here's the message. And then this is the response. So in here, it says ChatGPT 1 response, but what that will be is the actual response that the system is going to send to the agent.
Okay.
So our AI can automatically respond to this message for you. If you approve the response, simply click yes, I approve below. Do you approve the message? And then it says, yes, I approve here. Again, if you're up getting a sip of coffee or you're, potentially distracted at this point, come on back. Come on back. You don't want to miss this step. This is hyperlinked. It says, yes, I approve. You want to highlight that whole piece of text. And then there's this little link icon that says add link over here. So I've highlighted the blue text, and then I click on this and it says add link. It says URL trigger link here. You want to click on this little tag beside here and see how in the menu it says, yes, I approve ChatGPT response approved. You're going to click on that. Now, it was the same for me, but I always double check that step because you just want to make sure that it's the right trigger link. You only ever have to do that once inside the workflow, and then it's good to go. So you're going to click on that tag and then click on the option that says, yes, I approve. Okay, so that will be in your account. That's going to add the trigger link. All of the automations and everything is pre-built for you by your account manager in the back end. We manually do this on every single account that we launch. We've built that trigger link for you. You just need to make sure it's the right one that's in there, and then you click on save. Then there's this wait step, okay? You click on the wait step. It is waiting for trigger link clicked. And again, this will most likely be set up for you inside, but just so you know how it works, on this wait step, you're looking for the trigger link of yes, I approve. Now, what that is doing is if they click this link, this wait step is waiting to see that you've clicked on the link in the email. When it sees that you clicked the link, this sends the email to the real estate agent. So that's how that workflow works. But think about that, okay? Whoa. You're sending an email out to a qualified agent. They get it. They're like, yeah, I'm interested. They respond back. Your system gets the response, automatically ports it into artificial intelligence technology. AI writes the response, sends it to you. You click a button and approve it, and the AI sends the email to the qualified agent to get them to book an appointment. And that conversation can go back and forth with you just clicking, yes, I approve, yes, I approve, yes, I approve. And that qualified agent books an appointment on your calendar. When you're comfortable enough with this AI technology, you can get rid of the email notification step. And you can just let the AI have the conversation. So once you're comfortable that the AI is intelligent enough to speak like you, talk like you, the prompt is good enough, you're good to go. You can literally have AI automations having conversations as you booking appointments with qualified agents. It's crazy. It's crazy. 2 years ago, to think about having this type of automation, and I'm so amazed by it because I see this happening daily. Our concierge agents book appointments with people they never talk to or never message. All they're doing is watching the AI do their job for them. It's like, it's really good, and the future is here. And when you launch these campaigns, you can experience it for the first time. So that's what's happening in the background. And it's kind of a Jetsons moment on how crazy powerful this is. Again, we click these buttons once, it's done. Now we've got a year-long campaign with AI powering the conversations. We're all good to go. So now all we're doing is repeating those steps, and we've got to go through that process 48 times. Just of looking at the email, approving it, and saving it. So don't worry about the wait steps. All of that is good to go. So I'm going to go email number 2. I click on email number 2. It's going to pull up the template. And I apologize. We're going to go over time here. But it's important for you to see me go through the workflow itself. So email number 2 with the irresistible offer. Local mortgage lender looking to convert leads for you. Hello, contact first name. My name is username from location name. So Donna, this is going to say it's you from your location. I emailed you last week and this is just a friendly follow-up. My mortgage business is now fully staffed with an internal appointment booking team
Chris,
that's using some of the latest data. Yeah.
Does it say location, like, does it say New York or does it say ASAP mortgage?
It will say ASAP mortgage.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yep. So
my mortgage business is now fully staffed with an internal appointment booking team that's using some of the latest AI technology in the business, which it is. We are getting over 40% response rates from old leads from Zillow, Boomtown, etc. That comes from responses from other people that we have working leads inside the system. Legit number. We would like to put our systems to work in your mortgage business for free. We want to change that word mortgage to real estate. Here's how it works. You send us your old real estate leads and we turn them into pre-approved buyers and refer them back to you. When we close a deal together, that's how I'm paid. We also have the ability to get more referrals and deals from your past clients. If you'd like to have a brief introductory call to get the full details on how I can help your business grow, simply reply to this email or give me a call at, and then your phone number goes automatically in there. You can also find a time that works best for you by clicking this link, and that automatically goes to your calendar, sincerely, and then your email signature is automatically placed on there, which has your NMLS number and all the information in it. So you can send yourself a test email down here by putting your email address in here, click send on test email, and then you want to save that action. So email number 2, customized and good to go. That wait step is going to sit and wait for 6 days for a response to come back from that email. If the lead replies, watch what happens. It says go to, and see how that purple line just highlighted? When we get to the end, if they respond, it moves them back to that AI prompt that we already edited. So there's nothing to do with the AI from this point, because it's automatically going to take any responses and feed them into the AI prompt at the top of the workflow. So if they don't respond, it's then going to trigger the timer and then send email number 3, which is week number 3. Remember, this is an email a week. Once a week, we're hitting these qualified agents with these messages. So we're into email number 3. Yes, Joe.
Hey, sorry, quick question. I just got the workflow uploaded from Justin. Thank you for that. And I'm looking at it, and I may have missed this when you were doing this because I wasn't looking at mine, we're looking at yours. But in those emails, it has on this one, like, this is username, that's fine, from, and then it's printed location. I need to go in there and change all of those for each email, right?
That's correct.
Because that's not a link. That's or pulling from anything. That's just me needing to go in. Okay,
that's
just checking.
Yep. Anything that's just written in all caps or bold needs the automation link still to be put in there. And then what I do is I just put username. So I would just delete that out and just be like, hey, it's your name. Okay, cool.
Can we edit all these emails prior to running the whole campaign?
Absolutely.
Can we go in through email number 1, email number 2, email number 3, all the way, and there's 6 emails, right?
There is 48 emails.
But there's 6 separate emails that are going to be sent multiple times, is that right?
No, it's 48 unique emails. One.
Oh my God, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's one a week for 6 months in a row. So it might actually be, anyways, I'm not going to do math off the top of my head after an hour of straight live, but yeah.
Hey, Brad. So not only go through them, but send the test email to yourself so you see how it comes out, and then use that as an editing tool.
Yep.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
Sometimes the spacing gets a little bit weird and it looks different than in the actual template. If that happens, go to the place where the spacing is weird, just delete it so that there's no spacing, and then just space down 1, and that fixes it. Okay, so email number 3, and then we're going to rip real quick. So high contact first name, this is username from location name. So Donna, that's going to be your name from your company name. I know how busy you are, so I'll be brief. I want to help you grow your real estate business. The reason why is because my mortgage business grows when my partner's businesses grow. One of the ways I can help you is by converting more of your online leads into deals. I have a complete marketing and sales team powered by our CRM that turns leads into applications and appointments. We've discovered something very interesting and profitable about online real estate leads. When leads fill in their information on most of the major lead platforms, they're looking for information on a specific property. So you see how we've hooked them
Like we're educating them, but we're also drawing them through the email. Well, if they decide that for some reason they don't want to buy that specific home, the likelihood of them responding to your outreach drops dramatically. This is why we are able to convert more than double the leads than our typical real estate partner. It's normal for us to hear back from 40% plus of the leads that we work for our real estate partners. Again, from a scripting perspective, do you see the power of the future casting of like, we're already working with other real estate agents. We already have results that we're producing on leads. We already know the numbers of how the campaigns are gonna convert. Like it seems like words, but what's actually happening in the positioning of yourself with these qualified agents is actually really powerful in the scripting. So don't change these too much because there's a lot of testing that's gone in behind them. So when we reach out to your old online leads for you, we offer to get on a complimentary call where we will let them know how much they qualify to buy and what the rate and payment will be. Buyers love this offer and find it very valuable. We pre-approve the leads on our sides and then refer them back to you. If we get to close the loan with you, that's how we get paid. We also have the ability to help you get more referrals and deals from your past clients, as well as generate both buyers and sellers from ads on Google. If you'd like to have a brief introductory call to get the full details on how I can help your business grow, simply reply to this email or give me a call at phone number, or you can click this link to find a time that works best for you, and your email or your calendar link automatically goes into the workflow there. Sincerely, user, and then save. Send yourself the test email, make sure it looks great. But again, nothing really for you to change in there. Just double checking, making sure that it fits. System waits a week, then sends email number 4 if they don't respond. If they do respond, goes into the AI. AI helps you have the conversation with them. So this is email number 4 of the first offer, which is the irresistible offer, which is we're going to convert your leads for you for free. This is the last outreach on the irresistible offer, and then we're going to switch to a different offer. So you're going to see that here in just a second. So the subject line is, it takes 4.5 months to convert an online real estate lead. Hey, contact first name, your name from company name. Did you know that it takes an average of 4.5 months for an online lead to respond to follow-up? How long do you follow up on your online leads? There is a major pain point with most qualified agents that they don't convert enough of their online leads. And I can almost assure you that 90% of the real estate agents that spend money on leads don't have follow-up that goes past 30 days, right? So all of a sudden we've identified the pain point, we've twisted the knife a little bit, and now we're providing the solution. If it's less than 6 months, I know I can help you make more money in your real estate business. My team and our AI automations will work all of your leads for free. We turn those leads into pre-approved buyers and refer them back to you. If we get to close the deal that we generated from your leads, that's how we get paid. If you'd like to have a brief introductory call to get the full details on how I can help your business grow, simply reply to this email or give me a call. You can also click this link to find a time that works best for you, sincerely, and then your email signature. So that's it. The irresistible offer is done. We've reached out 4 weeks in a row with 4 proven emails. Now we're going to roll into the next campaign. You will know.
I have a really quick question, because it says use your email, signature, and use your email, signature. And it was on number 3 too.
Perfect. Okay. So we want to take that custom value, user, and calendar link. Good catch, Donna. So we're going to save that one. And we're going to go back to email number 3. Give this a second to load up. And rather than email signature, we are going to delete that. And we are going to go to user and calendar link. And then user email signature. Cha-cha. Donna, great quality control. Awesome.
I'm going blind.
Is everybody with me on how powerful this campaign can be? Again, we're spending a couple hours customizing these ourselves, and this thing goes to work for an entire year on these qualified agents, and you're dropping in 300 qualified agents a month. to get these offers. So there is a manual call in this workflow after the first month. So what this does is it automatically moves all the contacts that are inside this workflow to your power dialer. So when you go to make your power dial calls through the power dialer that's inside the CRM, all of the people that you've loaded into this workflow, so all 300 qualified agents are going to be in your power dialer. So you go, you hit the power dialer, and you can just start making calls. So we automatically move them in there so that if you haven't been able to hit them all while you're following the daily success plan, they're all in there, and it's quick and easy for you to just hit the power dialer and spend your time making calls to your qualified agents.
Chris?
So, yes.
So can you actually move that manual call up to the top and actually have it go as have the campaign start as a call disposition instead?
Yes.
So for instance, I do Thor's hammer every day of the week. That's the first thing I do. I knock out my 80 calls and then I'm good for pre-approved and looking, whatever the day is. So could I actually do a trigger at the top and have that trigger be based on a call status and a workflow? And could that workflow be like Monday Thor's hammer calls?
Yep.
So in essence, what I would do is at the top, I would create, if I'm calling in multiple areas, I would create I might create a trigger for multiple days of the week, correct? So I'd have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday trigger. If I was calling in Texas, I might go as far as having, in Colorado, I might go as far as having 8 triggers to have for the 2 different lists that I'm calling from, because I don't all load them into Thor's hammer. Then I could go down to the end of month 1 when that manual call happens and I could actually remove that step.
That's right.
Okay. And then one other question for you. So the verbiage that you have in your workflow is different than the verbiage I have in my workflow.
So we can update a new workflow in your account.
Okay.
So you get the most updated scripting.
Okay.
And so
I didn't mean to go in the weeds with everybody. I'm just trying to, I want to make it as, I want to actually have that first call trigger everything. And that's just me. I don't know if you've probably done A/B tests on it, right? Either way, does it matter?
If the more calls you make, the more appointments you will book.
Right, but even
of the time,
leaving the call down after month 1 wouldn't it? I would think that it'd be more effective if I actually initially drop the realtors into their bucket, loading them into a Facebook campaign, dropped them into the workflow, and then started the process so they're getting hit from potentially 3 sides, correct?
Yep, 100%.
All right, I'm good.
And again, we're over time, but the whole purpose of this call is for everybody to see the nitty-gritty behind the scenes. So I'm looking at a workflow here. There is no Facebook, like add to a Facebook custom audience. So Donna, I will delete this out after I do it, but see this plus button? So it's like contact trigger. You could add a new trigger of the disposition of the power dial call. So you could make it so like, hey, if I've got a qualified agent and I call them and I don't have a phone call with them, drop them into this campaign. So you can have like a trigger of a call disposition from the power dialer, or you can add right at the top here, you click this plus button, and then you can do, there's going to be a menu that pops up on the right-hand side here in just a second here. And then you type in manual and see there's manual action to call. You would just add that and it will add them to the power dialer. So you could, every time you apply the tag, it automatically loads them into the power dialer for you. So the first step would be, hey, they go into the power dialer and then the rest of the triggers go. If you want to add them to the Facebook group or the Facebook ads, you just click on Facebook, add to custom audience. You would click on that, select your Facebook account, select the audience that you want them to be added to, save. So easy to add the customizations that you want within the workflows. Chris, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And keep in mind, everybody, like this is like, these are the most advanced workflows that I personally believe exist in the mortgage industry. You can't get this level of like, we have an AI bot that's trained for the mortgage industry to convert your leads for you. it can't be simple. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of technology that goes to it. Okay, so Donna.
Is this 12-month explosion workflow that you have for Donna, is this the most recent one? And is it possible that we don't have this one?
So everybody will have a version of this. So it is the Realtor Referral Partner AI Explosion. If you put the number 12 into your search inside the workflows, it will pull up. We have 1 year-long campaign for your database, and then we have 1 year-long campaign for your qualified agents. So it will be one of those two.
Thank you.
No problem at all. All right, cool. So we are now at the AI show. So the manual call. So this is technically email number 5, right? Because we're into month number 2 now, but we're going into offer number 2 for the AI show. I'm going to read you the first email, and then we'll skim over the other 3. And then Donna, if it's okay with you, what we'll do is we'll show everybody how to upload the Redder list. And then we'll take the time to go through and just make sure that all of these emails are perfectly customized for you. And we'll do that like one-on-one with you, just to go through the emails. Okay. But offer number 3 is the coffee appointment. So the typical mortgage marketing animal scripts for the coffee appointment. But check this out. Email number 1, offer number 2 is the AI show. The subject line, media inquiry for contact first name. So it's going to take the real estate agent's first name that we've gotten from Redder and insert their first name into the subject line. Media inquiry is something that's going to get almost every top performing real estate agent that sees the subject line intrigued, because the whole goal is to get them to click, right? High contact first name. We're looking for leaders in the location city, which is also imported from the Redder data, so we know where they're located, right? We're looking for leaders in the New York real estate market to be featured at it as a guest on, and then custom value show name. So you can have that as a custom value inside your CRM, or you can just type in your show name here. So we would call this like the real estate, or the New York real estate podcast, right? Something as simple as that. Donna, do you have a focus, like, is it all of New York?
It's Westchester County, Putnam County, New York City, Manhattan County.
Could I call it Manhattan County?
No, call it Westchester County.
Could you spell West?
Westchester.
Okay.
Westchester.
The Westchester County Real Estate Show. Congratulations, you have a show.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow, who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? Come to find out, it's a Zoom call.
That works.
Are you available to be featured within the next 2 weeks? Right? We find the immediacy of getting real estate agents on the show is super important. Your episode will be featured on all the major podcast channels, social network groups, YouTube, our blog, our database, and our community of active real estate buyers and sellers. We also promote your episode with our marketing budget to get you additional exposure to buyers and sellers who are actively searching online in the location city market. So again, that's pulled from their data inside the thing. You get full distribution rights to the episode, and our marketing team selects and edits the most viral short reels and clips and delivers them to you for your own marketing. We also create blogs for your website, social content, and email copy for you to send out to generate even more opportunities from your database. Please let me know if this is an opportunity you're interested in. You can also click this link to find a time that works best for you to have a quick chat. And then we insert our calendar link, and then our email signature goes in there. So that is the AI show. So now we've got 4 emails that go out in month number 2, and it's based around actual media inquiries. So these are the styles of emails that like journalists will send out to people that they want to interview to actually have on real newscasts. So these are basically like newscast outreach. So then we hit them with email number 2, email number 3, and email number 4. Now, final thing for you to know about these campaigns. Yes. This AI prompt, you'll notice when we were up here, when we sent email number 4 for the irresistible offer, if they replied, it sent them back up to the AI prompt that we customized on the first one, right? Because we've switched offers to the show, the AI has to have a different conversation with the real estate agent, because it's not, hey, we'll convert your leads for you for free. It's, hey, we want to have you on our show. So there's a different AI prompt that's written into the system. Now, you don't have to edit this prompt. We've already done it for you. But you want to double check the internal notification and double check the wait step, just like we did on step number 1. Again, we fill all this out for you. You're just double checking it to make sure that it's good to go. So every month, there's a new AI prompt at the top, so that when somebody responds to one of the 4 emails, the AI understands what the offer is and can talk to the real estate agent about that specific offer that went out. So there's technically different AI prompts every month to have conversations with your real estate agents. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to publish this campaign. We're going to save it. So Donna, we've already got 5 weeks of content good to go. Are you good with the messages that we've customized up until this point?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No,
If you're not, you don't have to be. There's no pressure.
No. But
right.
I mean, I'm honored that I was chosen for this, but I have to go in every day and check the weight, correct, on all of this?
No. So this is all you're checking is when you get an email from the system, you're reading the response that the AI has written to the agent and approving it. My best practice is you get a notification or an email that somebody responded. The first thing you do is you pick up your phone and you call them. It's like, hey, it's Donna, saw your email, figured it'd be a whole lot faster to do it this way. How you doing? And then you're just immediately into frogging. Or if they're busy at that particular moment, you're setting the appointment for the virtual coffee appointment so that you can frog them and find out whether or not you've got a good relationship fit.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So we are going to fast forward in time. You've gone through all of the emails and all the AI prompts. Everything is customized. You're going to save by clicking up here, save up in the top right-hand corner. It's going to save the campaign. If there is an error at any point in the workflow, it won't save. So it'll give you an error message and it'll say, hey, check your wait steps or check your internal notifications, whatever it is. It'll actually tell you what's broken in the campaign so you go and troubleshoot it. Again, your success coach is there working with you. So if you run into any problems, you can reach out to us inside the Facebook group. We got 4 hours of support calls every single day. It's all good. I use them all the time. I'm just kidding. So now we've got this draft and publish section up here. So we're going to change this from draft to publish. And we're live. So we now have the Realtor Referral Partner AI Explosion ready to go. We're ready for the final step. We still haven't blown anything up. This is crazy. All right. So we are going to go back to workflows, saying so we published it. We're just going to save it again just to be sure. Even though I saved it and then published it, I'm going to save it again. So publish and then save. We are good to go. So now we go back to workflows. And then we are ready for our qualified agent list. So we're going to go down in the menu bar on the left-hand side here. We're going to click on qualified partner lists. And Justin, I need you to get me the username and password for Donna's Redder account inside the system, or Amy, or
I'm pulling it
Sean,
up now.
because I am technically logged into my account here.
I've got it pulled up right here.
Donna, do you know what email address you use to log into Redder?
Donna at asapmortgageinc.com.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat for you here.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna.
Oh, no, Justin, you forgot INC after mortgage.
Let's sit there here. Here you go, Chris. I'm going to put that in a DM for you.
Oh, the old letters matter thing, eh? Jeez.
That little INC.
That's amazing. Y'all, we're over 100 comments in Zoom. This is crazy. Does everybody find these calls valuable, or is this just like,
Yes.
is this okay? So Dave,
I've
if we
said it
don't
before,
have
this is probably of all the things we do all week, this is probably the most informative. Like they're all good, but like this really just it's great.
There you go, Chris. That's been sent in a direct message to you in Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you.
Donna, I did update your password for you.
Oh,
I'll send that
thank
to you
you.
after the call as well.
I appreciate it. We're having a conversation at 4 o'clock, I think.
Yep.
All right, y'all give me just 1 second here. The old
That is so very strange.
username and password trick, eh? Sometimes it doesn't copy and paste from the Zoom chat.
Mhm.
No, that is not the password.
I just changed it. Let me see. All right, so it's just been updated again. It should be what was put in that DM.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. We are in.
Okay, gotcha.
Pin drop.
My man. How blessed are we to have Justin working with us today? Isn't Justin awesome?
I do what I can.
Okay, so here we are. We are inside the Redder account, inside Donna's account. So we're going to click on real estate. We are going to find agents, and we are going to go by sales area. This is a brand new menu. So the menu options inside Redder just got updated. So this might look a little bit different than the last time you logged in. So find agents by sales area. And then we are going to Westchester. New York. And you're good with the entire county, Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the right area for you, or is there another?
There's also Putnam County. But Westchester, see the numbers in Westchester?
And then Putnam. P-U-T-T-O-N?
P-U-T-T-A-M. No, P-U-T-N-A-M.
P-U-T-N-A. Would it be Putnam Station?
No, not Putnam Valley, Putnam. Go down to the county. Go down under where it says county.
Got it.
There you go. But I really want to do the Westchester because you see the numbers in Westchester, they're insane.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do Westchester first. Are they different enough that you would need them in different workflows, or all the same is okay?
They'd be pretty good. They're pretty good. 'Cause Putnam agents sell in Westchester, and Westchester agents sell in Putnam.
Perfect. Okay.
But look at the dollar volumes. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So time period in the last 12 months, we want them to have done at least 8 buy-side transactions. And so now we're going to scroll on down here, and you have 246 qualified agents in just this one list. So we're going to select this button in the top left-hand corner, and that's going to select all of them.
Okay.
Now, this tricky little thing here, there we go. So we want to display all 300, and then I'm going to reselect that. There, all 246 of them are in here.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a new list, and I'm going to name this West Chester, New York. I'm going to create a list. And so I'm going to add 246 of them to the list.
Okay.
Then agents are successfully added. Now I'm going to click on view the list. It's going to go to work for us. Man, do you remember 2 years ago when this data was like gold to get, and it was just like unbelievable? Okay, so now we're going to select again the catch-all account here up in the top left, and we are going to click on export all up here at the top. So we have all 246 of them in this list. Yes, 246 selected, export all. And then there's this brand new blue button that says push to the loan officer CRM. Okay, everybody together, let's give it some love. Everybody just love. We're gonna go click the button. List successfully sent. Love. And lots of love to Donna's account, and lots of love to Donna. Thank you for being our incredible special guest here today. And now our team, so Justin and Amy are going to be in the background here, just double checking everything in the background to make sure everything's looking okay. But if we click on contacts here, and I'm going to do a quick search, and I'm going to filter by tag. And our tag is qualified agent, that they get tagged with the automation. I'm going to click apply. And it has already imported 52 of those 246 records. So they are flying into the account as we speak with the wonders of automations. And then if we head back to our published workflow, we have the Realtor Referral Partner Agent Explosion, and we can see 75 of them have gone through the agent data campaign, which is automatically adding the tag, adding them to the pipeline, adding them to everything. Okay, so 75 of those contacts have come in, automation is triggered, and 74 of them have already been added to the workflow to start the automation. And this is like, if I refresh, it's going to go up, and we'll have all 246 here within probably like 10 minutes. But then if we look at our opportunities tab, and we look at the brand new opportunity pipeline that we just set up, Qualified Agents New York, you can see we now have 97 opportunities loaded into the workflow. These are all of the new contacts that we just took from Redder automatically into the workflow. So Donna, you're launched. You got to build it with Chris.
I feel so privileged.
Well, I'm honored to work with you. Now, we are a full 30 minutes over time, so we want to be respectful, but we will open it up for Q&A, and I'm happy to sort it out. But Donna, if you need to go, thank you for being respectful with your time. I know we only asked you to set aside an hour, and I know how busy you are.
Well,
So
I can't thank you enough for this, because now I feel like I've got this under my belt, and I just feel like I'm on board. Like things are gonna happen now.
That is
And
awesome.
I can't thank you enough. This is a great system, Chris. I mean, I talked to everybody about it. I think they just really need to get on board with that.
Great presentation, Chris. Thank you.
Fantastic.
How can we access this recording? Where will this recording be?
So this will be inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals website.
That's okay. And if we're not a member of that and only the AI LOCRM?
If you reach out to us at support, we can get you a copy of that recording.
And I never want. Okay. And any specific address to do that to?
I'll post it in the meeting chat for us, for everybody.
Yep. And it's support@connectionincorporated.com that you can email into. And if y'all could do me a favor, we got the Facebook group, the Loan Officer Breakfast Club Facebook group. Oh, I'm on here.
Your
Hold on.
sound's off.
Am I good? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So if y'all are members of the Loan Officer Breakfast Club,
yeah,
I would sincerely appreciate it if you went on Breakfast Club and be like, I'm a member of the AI CRM, and I was just on Build It with Chris, and it was insane. You know, give us a little love inside that Facebook group. I would appreciate that a tremendous amount, because obviously we're trying to help as many loan officers as possible around. Yeah, and every positive comment on social media helps us out. So thank you for that. And let's kick it with Q&A. So Chris is first, and then we'll go with Chris, and then Chris, will say something, and then we'll go find another Chris, and we'll get them to say something, and this will just be a great Chris cube.
Christopher, Robin, and Pooh, and I do have to bounce, but thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank Justin. I'll talk to you at 4 o'clock, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right, Chris Milker, lay it on me.
On the Realtor Referral Partner AI 12-month explosion, it's 7 days in between emails, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So after the manual call on before the manual call on month 1, there's a 6-day wait. And then after the manual call, there's another 6 or 7 day wait. So there's actually 2 weeks in between that email. Is that the way it's supposed to be?
Yes, but the timer on the call doesn't wait for you to make the call.
No, I understand. I understand, but there's a wait step before it, and then did they reply? There's the manual call, and then there's another wait step after it for 7 days. So there's a total of 13 days. Should I just compress that down so it goes out every 7 days?
Yep.
Because that's the way the step. Yeah, that's the way the step is in there right now.
Okay. So
So I would think that if I leave the wait step ahead, I think it's 6 days for the wait and then for reply. And then after the manual call, there's another 7-day wait.
So take the one after the second one. So the one that's after the power dialer
should be a 1-day wait, right?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Or you can just delete it. So as soon as it gets through the wait step of adding the power dialer call, it'll just immediately fall into the next step in the automation.
And if I delete the power dialer call, then I'm going to leave the wait step in there for 1 day.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. Thanks for catching that, Chris. And Justin, let's make sure that gets fixed. Awesome. Chris Ailes.
Hello there. So for the AI show, that's kind of a big promise. Do we have to have all that set up before we're sending out that email as far as the podcast and all that kind of stuff?
Man, you asked the one question that's on everybody's mind, I think. Don't overthink the show. It's literally a Zoom appointment. You can go to ChatGPT the day before the appointment, and it's just like, what are the top 6 questions that I can ask a real estate agent in the area marketplace to provide a good podcast? ChatGPT will give you 6 questions. Show up. You'll only use 3 of them, because they just start talking. hey, thanks so much. Thanks for being on the show. It's just like, make sure you're on camera, you're well lit, you got a good mic. They don't know if it's episode 1 or episode 100, nor do they care. You know what I mean? I've never had anybody on my podcast be like, so how long you been doing this? But what matters is you provide value to them. All you're doing is you're awesome. You shine the spotlight on them. You speak as little as possible and you just let them take over the show, right? Which they will, right? And if it's a bad episode, nobody's ever going to see it. It's just a private Zoom call between you and them. But then there's a tool called Clap, K-L-A-P-P. You take the long form episode, you upload it to Clap, and that AI tool will literally automatically put the captions on it, edit it, and snip it into 30 to 60 second reels.
Awesome.
You take those, send it back to the real estate agent, and your show is done, right? If you want a podcast, there are guys on Fiverr that will literally like do your art, register you on iTunes, set you up on Spotify. Like if you have iTunes, you get Apple. If you have Spotify, you get every other podcast network that's out there. And it's just like uploading a picture to Facebook. It's like you log into the account, upload episode, title, description, save, and you got a podcast. And literally guys will do that on Fiverr for you for like 40, 50 bucks.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
So there's imperfect action. And once you've got that first episode going and you realize, oh, hey, the podcast will actually generate consumer direct activity, but also just fill my calendar with, one qualified real estate agent a week that wants to be on my show, becomes pretty compelling to make a show. Cool. And then, we didn't have time to go through all the offers, but there's 4 other offers in there, including the You're Awesome coffee appointment, MoveTube is in there, all kinds of great value that goes out. So great question. Donna.
Hi there. So I am at the very beginner stage of the LO CRM. I haven't loaded my database. My database has been manual or on Excel and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yet I want to get all these people and, I'm all signed up. I had a couple meetings with Mitchell, so we're working on some stuff. So is it too early for me to get my first 300 and get these, the campaign going?
So that is a phenomenal question. And I wished everybody asked it when they came in and were at your point. So the answer is yes, export the list of 300 contacts, but don't do any of the automation. Just go to Redder, download the list into the CRM. They can just sit there as contacts with the tag on them, so you can go get them later. Absolutely, the first thing that you should do is the database activator. Get that database from Excel, get with Mitchell or Justin or any of the success coaches that we have, and launching the database activator to your past customers. 100%, that's where everybody should start. It's the lowest hanging fruit, the warmest contacts. You will immediately generate 5-star ratings and reviews. And it is often that we send those out and somebody calls you. Thanks for reaching out. Great to hear from you. I've got a friend, brother-in-law, us doing something, and you take an application from it. And it's just a great way to get an easy win and build momentum with, hey, this CRM thing actually, works. So that's where I would start.
That's those 3 distinct calls to action.
Okay, so let's say now I've got my list of 300 and I would like to start calling them. So I've got my focus 40. Now these are my new people. Can I create a smaller group of a campaign based on those that I have selected that I want to target?
Yes, you can. And technically all you need to do is add them to the Power Dialer, which you can do when you're importing them. So when you're ready to import your contacts or you're on the phone with one of our team, you can literally import them directly into a Power Dialer and just start calling.
And then it would be not just calling, but also can it start a campaign that is starting like on week 1? Or
Yes,
okay, so I'm calling and they're getting the emails.
that's right. Yep, you
Right.
got it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. And they are happy to build that campaign for you and walk you through the launch and get everything going for you. So we'll make sure that your success coach reaches out to you today. We'll get you booked in for an appointment early next week, and let's get those campaigns launched.
Okay. And I'm sorry, was Justin, were you saying that, just do the 3 steps versus I'm going to export, then I'm going to do the database activator?
So you'd want to make sure you exported your contacts and you get your current contact list imported. And once you've gotten all that in there, we can activate your database and get you set up with that power dialer.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. And just super quick, if you've never imported into the system, click on contacts over here on the left-hand side. And then there's this import button here. And so that CSV file that you have of all your past clients, you would just click on import, and then you select the file from your computer by clicking on upload a file. And then it will ask you if you want to tag them, and you just create the tag that you want on those contacts and then click upload, and that will bulk upload all of your contacts into the CRM for you. Awesome. All right. And Jimmy.
Chris, so I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but my question and concern here, I've actually paid and had the CRM for a number of months.
Yep.
And kind of been watching in the background, because I got a pretty strong software background. And I'm going to recap what I watched here. So when we went through 3 emails, you corrected some misspellings. You added some stuff, like added 100% free because you said that was really important. You added some words to the Chat GPT prompt. You said those were important, like around the Dale Carnegie words. Someplace it was talking about mortgages, and you had, we need to change that to realtor. And then someplace we had a double email signature instead of a calendar link. That's in 3 emails. There's 48 emails in here. And that's one workflow. And somebody set up mine and used a different workflow. And then somebody else came along and just gave me the realtor explosion or whatever it is, and kind of said, oh, I don't use that other one. I use this one. But then mine's not even updated, and I'm looking at this number of edits. Tell me how do I get confidence in getting this thing going? Because I don't want to send out stuff asking for mortgage companies. I don't want to send out stuff that's got 2 email signatures. I mean, it just doesn't look good, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's why we're on this call. And that's why we are repeating over and over and over again, read the templates.
Yeah.
We have created an entire year's worth of marketing with an AI bot that has conversations with you to go with your customers. And we're producing 2 workflows a month for people inside the system. It's imperfect action around here. And that's how we do it. So, if we miss a period, we're going to miss a period. We want to miss a period because we're not going to not produce a product. But the workflows change because the market changes. You know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, we were just hammering refis. So sure. It is a process and it is imperfect action. And we've delivered you something where imagine you had to sit down and craft a year's worth of follow-up for your database.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah.
Would you get it done?
No.
To catch one word that says real estate versus mortgage and fix that, can you do that sipping coffee on an afternoon and, have a good time doing it?
You just have to stay a couple of weeks. You just have to stay a couple of weeks ahead of it. You don't have to have all 48 ready to go on day 1.
Yeah, that's a great point, Mark. So yes,
But
there are
there's
mistakes.
some things like I can catch misspellings, but
Mhm.
I don't know to add in these 3 special words because they're so critical. We found
And I
there's
think you
no
may have
cheat sheet
misheard.
list, right?
Yeah, you misheard that point. So those 3 words are already written in there. And I was just explaining why they're there so that you understand how the AI works. Because what a lot of people do, because we got a lot of really smart people on this call, yourself included, you know, with a software background and all that stuff, a lot of people swipe our AI stuff and apply it to other things. Like, hey, I'm going to use a prompt for my AI or for my pre-approved in lookings. Well, it's a whole lot easier to go inside the CRM, copy one of the workflows or copy one of the AI prompts that we have, and then just like take it and apply it to another one. So I try and teach in a way where you're like teaching somebody to fish, not just giving him the fish as well. So as I break down the campaigns, I'm trying to explain what went into the back of it so that you can go feed yourself in the future with the information about the AI and all that good stuff.
Okay. All right.
So thank you for the feedback and the imperfections. That's what Build It with Chris is all about. Like, I show up here with a live campaign in front of everybody, knowing that it's imperfect action, so that everybody here is motivated to move forward, knowing that it's not going to be perfect. There are going to be mistakes. Like the fact that the software didn't hang and I had to like refresh my browser, log out, log back in. Like, you never know what's going to happen live. And I sweat it out in front of everybody here live so that everybody understands when I'm building these campaigns, it's not going to be perfect. But what matters is that I work through the imperfection and I get the campaign launched. Because, you know, heck, if you're on my email list, you know, you'll watch me broadcast an email to 45,000 loan officers and, you know, I'll misspell a word. You know? And it's like, hey, I misspelled today, but I won't tomorrow. So, you know, that's
But I think the flip side of the weight is, you know, on one hand, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I don't want to make a mistake in front of these QRLs that are the people I'm, you know, going after, and there's a limited number of them to some degree. But on the other hand, if you keep telling us, hey, here's where Sally or Joe just, you know, somewhat blindly and don't know anything about the system went in and just, you know, sent out 500 emails and they've got 5 new partners. So, you know, there's successes also, right? And so it's like, okay, give me the confidence to, you know, just push the button and let it go and not worry about, you know, I'm going to break some eggs, right? So.
Yeah, that is very well said. Absolutely. Yeah, you're totally right about that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Jimmy, and thank you for the feedback. Awesome. Michael, and then we will round out our 1 hour and 48-minute Build It with Chris session. Thank you all for being here and slogging through this with me. I hope that you found value in this today. So, Michael, what do you got for us, brother?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, wonderful. I'm totally new to the marketing, to the mortgage market animal. So I want to know, your program is something totally different then, right?
The software is meant to complement what already works at Mortgage Marketing Animals. So if you're brand new, congratulations and welcome.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
We are thrilled to have you here. But I would like to give you a little roadmap. Number one, because you're new at Mortgage Marketing Animals, you have access to something that's called the Daily Success Plan. I have lost count of the number of lives that I've seen changed by that fundamental process in the mortgage business. So go to the Mortgage Marketing Animals website, get the Daily Success Plan, watch the trainings. That's where you start. The second thing that you do, we have a call every day, Monday through Thursday, called Call Stars. It's outrageous. We literally provide a little bit of scripting on here's who we're calling today, here's why we're calling them, and here's the script that you use. And then there are sometimes hundreds of loan officers on that call all at the same time. Everybody's on mute, but it's just like this. We can all see each other, and everybody's making their calls together. And then you get to watch as like somebody in the bottom right-hand corner, like, hey, I just got an appointment. And then another one pops up and another one pops up. And it's like, We're all scared of making the calls, but we all do it together on Call Stars, and it's transformative. Daily success plan, Call Stars. Then when you get to, let's call it 6 loans a month, 5 loans a month, then ads and automations and all of that stuff stacked on top. But if you're new here, that's where you want to start. And that's where I would focus my first 60 days on the experience, is just on those 2 experiences.
That was great information, because I'm actually new to being a mortgage loan originator. Period. I just got my license Tuesday, so that's wonderful.
Oh, that's amazing.
So appreciate that.
Okay, so I've been in the business for 15 years.
Nice.
And had somebody given me Call Stars and the Daily Success Plan 15, like you just got a 10-year head start.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to, and I'm happy about that. So I appreciate that.
That is amazing. All right, y'all. With that, we are going to wrap. Welcome to the industry, Michael, and everybody else. You are in the right place. My goodness. Dave, Dean, Mark, Drew, James, John, Bill, Tate, Donna, Jimmy, Patricia, John, other John. I see you down there, John Insco. Great to see you, brother. Y'all, thanks for sweating it out with me. I love doing these calls with you. I love being with you. Erica, thank you for being here. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but let's go. Let's launch some campaigns. Friday, we work on our business. Monday through Thursday, we work in our business. Let's go get it for the rest of the afternoon. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday morning. Have a great weekend, everybody.